Hi, this is A2A Training, and we'll give you a brief overview of the Senior People Professional Level 7 Apprenticeship Assessment for STO 813 version 1.0. There's two elements to the endpoint assessment: the work-based project, followed by a report with presentation and questions, and a professional discussion underpinned by the portfolio of evidence. The assessments can be delivered in any order, and one assessment method does not need to be passed before the other is started. And we recommend that the workspace project and Q&A is completed first. So this apprenticeship takes a core and options approach, and each apprentice must demonstrate competency across all of the knowledge, skills and behaviours in the core, together with all of the KSBs in just one of the three following options: organisational development, learning and development, or human resources. The core is assessed across both assessment methods, whereas options are only tested in the professional discussion underpinned by the portfolio of evidence. So at Gateway, you'll submit your portfolio of evidence and your project proposal summary. This should be around 350 to 500 words. Then post-Gateway, within 12 weeks, you'll submit your project report of around 7,000 words and your presentation slides. So the project must be based on a real organisational need and demonstrate application of the KSBs. It may be fully or partially implemented during the EPA period, provided sufficient evidence of impact and organisational approval is included. The proposal must include evidence of appropriate senior organisational approval for implementation. It should describe what the apprentice did, how they did it, and the benefits that resulted in the project. It will be completed after Gateway and around 7,000 words, excluding references. So with that, you've got a minimum of 6,300 words and a maximum of 7,700. So here's some examples of work-based project titles. So the second element of the endpoint assessment is the professional discussion, which is underpinned by the portfolio. The portfolio itself should have been submitted at Gateway and should contain around 15 pieces of evidence. Evidence sources may include workplace product documentation or records, for example, policies, procedures and processes, records, witness statements, annotated photographs, videos, and other evidence. The professional discussion is a two-way discussion with the independent endpoint assessor and is normally conducted online. So the portfolio should contain a range of evidence and is not marked itself, but it is used to frame the professional discussion. Evidence within it can be redacted for GDPR purposes and confidentiality. This is uploaded at Gateway with the mapping document, and the independent endpoint assessor must have at least 3 weeks to review the portfolio before the professional discussion. This means you could in fact complete your professional discussion 3 weeks after Gateway. You will need to bring your portfolio to the endpoint assessment and can refer to it. So the professional discussion itself will last around 2 hours, so that's 120 minutes, but if needed, the independent endpoint assessor can extend that by around 10% to a maximum of 132 minutes. The professional discussion is mapped to the core KSBs together with the chosen option the apprentice has taken out of the choice of organisation development, learning and development, and human resources. So in terms of grading for this apprenticeship, there's fail, pass and distinction grades available. So in summary, the portfolio is handed in at Gateway with the project summary. The project report of around 7,000 words is completed after Gateway and is submitted within a maximum of 12 weeks, along with the slides. Typical EPA timings mean the presentation is typically around 20 minutes, with around 40 minutes for questions and answers, and the professional discussion is around 2 hours. The EPA is completed under examination conditions and can be completed from home, work, or from your college or training provider. Please log in around 15 minutes early and check your connection, and check that screen sharing facilities are available for your presentation. Please always check the requirements of the assessment plan, and any changes to the assessment plan must be adhered to. Please allow extra time for breaks, setups and contingency, and remember to bring photographic ID such as your driver's licence or passport to the endpoint assessment event. Good luck with your endpoint assessment, and here's our email address should you need us.